welcome to another episode of Between Two Kegs. This week we're here with Derrick Franche from the Brewhouse here in Whistler. Good morning, Derrick.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm well, thank you.
Awesome. You want to tell us a little bit about the brewery?
Well, the Brewhouse was built in 1997, or actually built in 96, and opened in 97. And I think there's been about half a dozen brewers here now, but I'm coming up on the longest tenured brewer. I've been here for 4.5 years, and you know, it is a really great place actually to make beer because we get people from around the world here that are here to experience the craft beer that we make.
Awesome. You're doing pretty well. A couple of awards the last couple of years, and another recent one for my favorite, the 5-Ring IPA.
Yeah, well, thank you. Yeah, it's a beer that is very highly followed now. You know, lots of like sort of beer sort of geeks. You know, they gravitate towards the IPA, and a lot of the brewers themselves drink IPA, so it's become a really competitive sort of field in IPA. So to win an IPA, I'm flattered.
So you've had some pretty awesome seasonals here. I know I was here back in the spring, and you had an espresso blonde ale.
Yeah, I think I call it coffee blonde ale, but I mean it's like I don't know if I used espresso beans, but what I did with that was, you know, I was inspired by this place that I went to in Portland called Cascade Barrel House, where they did this very blonde colored beer. It looked just like a standard sort of lager in a glass, but they had cold steeped some coffee into it, so it had all the aromatics from the coffee and all of the caffeine, but it didn't really come across with lots of color. So it really was playing mind tricks with like sort of your mind and your mouth kind of thing. So as soon as I tried that in Portland, I thought, man, I have to try that. So I came back and I did a collaboration brew with Lance from Galileo Coffee, which is down in Britannia Beach. And on your way up to Whistler, if you ever have the opportunity, it's just on the side of the road, and the guy roasts great coffee. And so after I heard that he was from Seattle, I knew that he was a serious coffee guy. And we decided to sort of put our minds together on this batch of beer, and it turned out really nice, actually. It was sort of, you know...
delicious.
Yeah, well, thank you, yeah. I get a lot of requests to have that one back, actually.
Yeah, I'd lobby that for sure.
Yeah.
This is your new seasonal, I believe. You're just tapping it this week?
Yeah, that's right. We just tapped the oatmeal stout today. It doesn't have a fancy name or anything, but it is a 7.1% opaque black sort of brew, and it's on the nitro tap, so it sort of comes across as being pretty smooth. But yeah, going on tap today, it's going to be sort of a nice winter warmer since it's, you know, 7.1%. It should, you know, sort of warm me up a little bit after the hill.
Okay, this has been another episode of Between Two Kegs with the Whistler Village Beer Festival. This is Derrick from the Brewhouse. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. This is beautiful.